What's going on, guys? Fernandez here, bringing you guys another tutorial. This tutorial is going to be a high skin fade, almost like a crew cut. I'm going to start by using my Supra ZR with the number 50 metal blade on it. When you guys are creating your first guideline, make sure that you're not completely stopping. Make sure you're flicking your wrist like a C motion so you're not creating a hard line. This way it'll be a lot easier to take off later. Now I'm going to be using my Andes T outlines. This specific T outliner has the GTX blade on it and it's zero gap, so it gets a little closer than the 50 that I used in the beginning. And I'm gonna take off the rest of the hair on the bottom of that first guideline I created. Now keep in mind, don't take this T outliner all the way up to that guideline you first created with the 50 blade. Now I'm gonna be using my Andes Masters on the open position. The lever is all the way open, and I'm gonna create my second guideline. Make sure that you are flicking the wrist, not going to the top and creating a hard line. So now I'm going to close my Andes Master to the closed position. This particular blade is actually zero gap, and I'm going to start working on that guideline that I just created from the bottom up. Now that we take out that line, I'm going to open my Andes Master almost to the halfway position, and I'm going to keep working my way up. I like using the corners of the blade to get those hairs that are darker spots. It helps a lot. If you see my other videos, I do this a lot. Using the corner of your blade would allow you to erase and take off the excess hair a little easier and closer. Now I'm gonna open the Andes Master a little bit more, like another notch, and work my way up to the the second guideline that we created, almost to the top, using the corners of the blade to achieve a better blend. Now that we finished erasing that guideline that we just created, I'm going to use my Andes Masters once again with the number 1 guard on the open position. And I'm going sideways with it, I'm not going straight up to the top. This specific client likes his fade pretty high, like a military crew cut. After we created a guideline with the number 1 on the open position, I'm going to use the 0 double magnetic guard by Andes, and I'm going to close the Andes master a little past the halfway position. Now you could open the Andes Masters a little more to achieve a better blade. You're always gonna end up finding yourself playing with that level a little bit up or close your machine a little bit more just to achieve that better blade. Keep in mind you could also use the corners of your machine even if you have the guard on it. Now I'm going to be using the Andes Masters again with no guard on it. Put it on the open position and close in 1 notch. All I'm doing is clean up work using the corners of the blade. So now we're gonna work on the top of the hair. I'm gonna start by applying a little bit of water on it. He likes combing his hair to the right side of the head. So we're gonna start by creating the first guideline. And I'm gonna go all the way to the left of the head, put the hair up and come across, creating the first travel guideline and follow it all the way to the back. After that, I'm gonna move a little bit towards the middle of the hair and start creating an angle to it until I get to the right side of the head where I create almost a 45-degree angle. Here I'm going to be using the shears over comb technique just to achieve a little better blend and make sure that it's completely even there. After this, I'm going to take my thinning shears and I'm going to work on that right side of the head where we start with the number 1.5 before to get a better blend. Now I'm going to be using my Andes TL liner, creating the shape up. This client likes it pretty natural, so all I'm doing is just cleaning the excess little hairs that you can see. Don't put enough pressure when you're using your TL liners, especially if it's zero gap, guys. You're going to end up cutting your client or aggravating the skin. Now I'm gonna be using the Tune 45 shaving gel. You can get yours at tune45.com. Make sure you follow them at Tune 45. Now all you're doing with the blade is just cleaning the excess hair, guys, and do not create a new line. All we're doing is cleanup work. Now I'm going to use the Andes Profile shavers, and I'm going to start cleaning my way up what we did with the TL liners. Make sure that you're not taking it all the way to the 5-0 that we created. When you get to the 5-0 line that we created, if you could still see it, you're gonna be using these shavers on the downward position, not going up. Make sure when you're doing this, you're also flicking it. Let the machine do the work. Do not press too hard on the skin. This will create bumps. Now here, as you can see, I'm gonna go on the downward position with the 5-0 blade that we first initiated. This would achieve a better nice blend. Now when you're doing saw, do not apply a lot of pressure. It's very light. And this is the finished product, guys. I hope that I was able to help you guys. If you have any comments, any questions, would like to see a different cut, make sure you drop a line, let me know. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at @the_barber, and also follow barbers_through_history. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching.